Hi guys! Don't know if I'm live or not, but I'm just going to talk to you because I do realise that at this time it's currently 12 o'clock midday in the afternoon here in Northern Ireland. So a lot of you that watch me will probably it's really early in the morning, so you'll probably not get this video until later on, but I just wanted to keep in touch with you all. June here is crazy season because the kids are finished in school and now they're off school as well. So I didn't want to neglect my little channel here, and I just wanted to pop on and say hello. I have to make a fondant bow here today, and I thought I was just about to start it, and I thought, do you know, I might as well record it for you guys so that I've got a tutorial on, and it's a way of keeping in touch. This might be what I might have to do through the summer just to keep in touch with you guys because, like I say, the kids are off school and they're my number one priority. So it's hard to try and keep on top of the business and then this channel. So I might come on. Let me know what you think of these live cake decorating tutorials, and you can, if you like the live ones, then I'll maybe continue to do this over the summer. And excuse me, this house is really noisy. My wee boy is upstairs playing the drums. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but we'll just power through. We'll power through. If you are catching this later on and you're not catching the live video, feel free to comment along in the comments. I'll always be checking my comments later on after this video goes live, so we can always chat there if you haven't caught the live video. Another reason why I love doing the lives too is it's a great wee way to interact with you. So hopefully while I'm making this, so I'm sure you've seen by the thumbnail, it's a fondant bow that I have to make. One of the topper sets that I sell would be, you know, the Minnie Mouse ears and the bow and the name and everything. So I thought this is a really quick and easy way to make a fondant bow. So while I'm making this, if you have any questions or anything, I'll keep checking the screen and hopefully we'll be able to chat on and off while I'm making this. So I'm just going to get straight into it. So I'm going to make this particular one out of modeling paste, but you can make this out of fondant. The reason I'm making this out of modeling paste is because it's going straight into the post. So I'm a little bit behind on my orders because we've been away. We were away. We rented a little caravan. So we were down there doing that. It was Brody's birthday as well. So I think sometimes if I have an order to do and I need to get it out quickly, I will make it out of modeling paste because you really need to give fondant a good few days to dry before you pop it into the post. So I'm just going to knead this. I've coloured this. So this was plain white fondant or plain white modeling paste, and it is the Saraceno brand. I would go between Saraceno and Cake Duchess. The main reason I do prefer Cake Duchess modeling paste, but I can get the Saraceno in a huge, I'll show you here. I can get it in a, really heavy. I can get it in a huge tub this size, which I'm sure you can imagine for the amount of stuff. That tub would do me about 2 weeks, believe it or not, 2 or 3 weeks I would get out of that tub. So I'm waiting on Eddie doing the big 5 kilogram tub, and then because I do the Cake Duchess modeling paste is great. So I'm starting out by kneading this, and then I'm going to change the camera, try and fix it to a good angle. So what I also use, I think I've talked about this before, is I would put a little bit of I'm not sure what you call it in the States. I think it's Trex, but it might not be, but it's vegetable shortening. In the UK here, it's called cooking. So I just put a wee bit of that in my hands, and it'll stop then your modeling paste getting, you know, sticking to your hands or sticking to your board. You could also put a little bit of this onto your board as well if you prefer. And as I say, this is quite a big bow. And just with me making so many cake toppers, hold on, let me see, somebody. Oh, hello, Natalie. How are you? I had my comment. I had a thing in front of my chat there, so I didn't see you. I wasn't ignoring you. Hi, Natalie. Hi, Baron. How are you? So it's quite warm here in Northern Ireland. It's been like this for the last couple of weeks. We don't really get nice weather here normally. Our summers are not very good. We haven't had a lot of sun, but it's been really humid, so this is going really soft. So I sympathise with you who are in the States or Australia or further afield that have to deal with weather issues, because it definitely does affect. So if you're dealing with like heat or humidity, the best thing is just try not to touch your fondant too much. I was doing a class there a few weeks ago, and one of the ladies had naturally really warm hands, so she literally touched the modelling paste and it disintegrated. So in that sort of circumstances, just try and keep how much you're touching the modelling paste down to medium. Oh yeah, you're in Australia, so it's winter there, Natalie, at the minute. Oh goodness, that's so weird to think of. I would love to see Australia, but I imagine it would be so strange at Christmas, because we're used to it being so cold here at Christmas. So I would imagine Australia, you know, you're all on the beach having your Christmas dinner. It would be really, really strange, you know, but it would be lovely to do. Once that's on my bucket list, I would love to visit Australia, but it's quite a ways away. It's away on the other end of the world. So I am going to try and move this webcam so that you can see what I'm doing with my hands, but I'm still going to be able to see you, so I'll be able to chat with you while I am hopefully videoing. So bear with me till I move this here. Gosh, right, I'm gonna excuse my tracksuit bottoms. I wasn't planning on making this video, but I just decided, you know, since I'm going to be making this, I may as well let you guys see what I'm doing, because you do kind of, oh, well, that's good, isn't it? You do, I think I might lift this off here. Just bear with me, I'm still here. You do get quite a lot of requests for fondant bows. Now, this bow is for a Disney cake for a customer, but you know, you would do bows quite a lot for lots of different reasons. And as I say, this is great, isn't it? This is going really well. You think I wouldn't have sorted this out before? Right, let's see if I can set this up. Thank you. I can see that you're still there, so thank you for hanging in there. Right, let's see. I'm wondering, it's hard for me to be able to tell. This just looks really bright. So, right, I'm gonna hold, right, that's better there. So if I could set this on something. We're very high tech here. I'm gonna set it onto a paper towel holder. Don't get jealous of all my high tech stuff that I've got going on here. Right, I think that's gonna work. Okay, so right, okay. I'm gonna maybe move it over here, maybe behind me. Actually, that's a good idea. Sorry guys, you're getting a full-on close-up of my. Right, okay, hold on, what are we doing here? That's right, now you're just hang in there. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move this board. See, if you don't try these things, you don't really know what you're doing. So I might turn my light down a wee bit. It seems a bit bright. Just bear with me. Right, that's better, isn't it, guys? So, okay, I'm trying to keep my chest out of the screen here. Apologies. So I'm going to try and sit back a wee bit. So here we have our modeling paste. So I'm just hoping that you're going to be able to see this properly. So to make this, I've got a non-stick rolling pin. You need very little, a little bit of water here, and I'm going to use probably a knife. I'm going to use a knife, and then I love this little tool here. It's like a cake decorating knife tool. It's great for, well, I'll show you. It's great for making indentations and stuff. So I am going to that's really all you're going to need to make this. I'm rambling on something shocking here. Right, I'm going to move this back here. I'm going to move, and then I've got hopefully that's okay. I'm hoping you'll be able to see. Yeah, see this? Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to leave it here, and I think you can see. So this is your modeling paste. I'm doing this in pink, but you can use this, you can do this in any color. Yeah, Natalie, bows can be, I find bows really difficult whenever I started cake decorating, but this is just, I find this way by accident. One day I was trying to make a bow, and I was rushing along, and I discovered this really easy way of doing it. And ever since then, that's just how I've done it. So you'll not believe how quick and easy this is. Look at my wire running across here. If I hadn't known I was going to do this, I would have been more prepared. But it's more important for me to keep in touch with you guys. I don't want to completely neglect you over the summer. So this might be how we're going to roll over the summer, just to keep my channel going and just to keep in touch with you guys. And then we'll be back to normal in September when everybody's back at school. So enough rambling. So I have rolled this out into a long, well, there you go. There's a bit of, I don't know if anybody else struggles with lint. Oh, I'm going to take a piece of my paper towel. I'm just going to wipe this down. I mean, it's already been wiped, but lint is your enemy when it comes to making fondant figures and models. It can stick to everything, but so enough rambling. And as I say, if you have any questions for me while I'm doing this, I can see your chat while I'm working. So this is great. Hopefully this will work for you for now. So I've got my modeling paste. I've dyed it into a pink color. I've used Wilton pink to color this. And you can, as I say, you can use this with fondant as well. So we're just going to roll this out into a long sausage shape. My husband makes fun of me because I say, we're just going to roll this into a wee sausage. Whereas all the other channels say, roll your fondant into a snake shape. That sounds so much nicer than a sausage, but yeah, I always forget to say snake. So if you hear in any of my videos where I'm saying, roll your fondant into a snake, you'll know that I'm just trying to be posh. So I'm going to take this non-stick rolling pin. Yep. And so as you can see, I've rolled it into, it's probably about 6 inches long. So now you're going to roll it this way. So we're just going to roll it forwards and backwards. Okay. Now, this bow is quite a big, it's quite a thick bow, but you can make this into whatever size you want. So if you want to do a wee tiny bow or a thinner bow or small bows, you can just use this same method to create any bow that you like. Okay, and then I just like to lift it off and set it back down again, just so you know that it's not sticking. Okay. So it doesn't need to be perfect, as you can see. So I reckon this is about 4 inches that way. Now I don't do it exact, but it's just to give you an idea. If you're making it, I will actually measure this for you because it's handy to know if you're making these at home. There was somebody that actually said if I could put measurements on my video, so I am working on that. So let's just measure this. It's 4 inches. I was right. Oh, there you go. So it's 4 inches wide, and I'm just going to try and roll it out. Now you can roll this to whatever thickness that you want. Again, I'm going to be posting this, so it can't be paper thin. It needs to survive postage. Hi Simone. Oh, it's so nice to see you. I love chatting to you on the lives. I do miss making the live videos. So it's just lovely to be able to get chatting to you all again. There's just something different about making the live videos. It's lovely just to get to know you all, because even when I see in the comments, it's lovely just to see the same names popping up, because you make these videos and you don't know who's watching or if they're helping anybody. So it's always nice just when some of you pop on and say hello. Have you been busy? Yeah, I know. Well, I've been busy. Oh gosh, in a good way. We went to the caravan there and we had a break, and then it was Brody's birthday and it's just been lovely. So now I'm straight back into it this morning. The hubby's back to work and I have loads of orders to do. So I'm just hoping the kids, I'm going to try and get as much done today as I can so it frees me up to be with them. So as I say, this is 4 inches thick. So I'm going to use just a little craft knife, but you can use a normal knife as well. And we're just going to create a straight line here across the bottom. Okay, and then you're going to do the same across the top as well. Now, you don't need to panic about this being a straight line. You don't need to get a ruler out or worry about it because it's going to be a bow, so you're going to be folding parts of this over as well. Oh yeah, oh, you've had so many late nights. Yeah, I know. Well, I suppose it has been easier at night when it is so warm during the day. The weather here is just, I'm just not used to this type of heat. Oh, hi, Lena, how are you? Oh, it's cold in Melbourne. My goodness, I do have a lot of viewers from Australia. There's another girl, Rebecca, who I'm not sure if she might watch this later on, who's in Australia. So it's lovely to see y'all. But it just totally blows my mind that I'm over here in this wee tiny place in Northern Ireland and that you guys are watching from places like Australia. That's just crazy to me. It's amazing. So we've got this rolled out. I'm just going to maybe lift this up here and then set it down again. Okay. So, and now what you're going to do, you're going to look and just see where you've got a straight. So there's no point in me cutting this here because these parts are coming up at the edge. So I'm going to cut it where there's a straight part and just make that in a straight line down that way. And then you're going to do the same with the other side. I'm not sure if you can see the other side. I'll just move this while I cut it. Okay. So we've got a large rectangle type shape here, if you could call it a rectangle. Oh my goodness, your brother's in Tasmania. It was 4 today. Wow. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think I would, if I could choose between the heat or the cold, I would definitely choose heat over the cold. I don't do well with cold at all. So now we've got this big rectangle here, and now we're going to try and gauge where the middle is. I'm going to say this is the middle here, and I'm just going to cut a line straight down where I think the center is. And what you can do then, just to make sure that that is the center, is just lift your 2 pieces and put them alongside each other. So as you can see, this one is slightly wider, and that part is important because if you don't have them the same, these two, it doesn't matter width-wise or height-wise, but width-wise it matters because then you'll have one side of your bow looking different than the other, and you want to try and get it symmetrical. So you're going to set that down there and just do another wee line straight down there. So now you've got your 2 pieces that are similar in size. And now what we're going to do, this is just so simple, it's unbelievable. So I hope you can see. I'm going to try and turn this around over to hold this as close to the camera as possible. So you're going to see I flipped it over there, and then what you're going to do is fold it over this way. Now I'm looking at this and I'm thinking this maybe isn't long enough, so I'm going to roll this out a wee bit more. And this is the beauty of working with, you know, fondant or modeling paste. You can gauge sometimes when you start playing with something, and you can always, there's nothing really that can't be fixed. And even if you're making a cake, I find even when I've been making cakes and I've made a mistake, you know, sometimes it's for the better because it makes you do different things to try and cover up your mistakes. So don't be discouraged. If you're making something and it looks like it's going wrong, you can always fix it as you go along. So again, we're just going to tidy up these edges. Let's see. And that's made that slightly wider. Okay, and then we're gonna do the same with the other piece to make it so that it's, I've got a sponge here, so I'm just gonna set this onto my sponge. And then we're gonna roll this piece out so that it's gonna match the size of the other piece. Mistakes are happy accidents. Yes, they are. Do you know, I find, unless it's like a real humdinger of a mistake, I find that anytime I've made mistakes, you know, I've had to maybe go in and do extra things to the cake, which has made it look better in the long run. Okay, so I'm going to tidy this up here like I did with the other one. I'm actually really enjoying this because normally I would make my cake topper videos and then do a voiceover, whereas this is really nice because I can kind of work and chat at the same time, which is just lovely. Right, so I have got these two rectangles. We're just going to do the same thing again, just make sure that they are going to be the same size. Like I say, they don't need to be perfect, but as long as width-wise they're the same. So let's see, this one's slightly longer. There, okay. So now we're going to create this into one side of our bow. So this is super easy. So you're going to lift this piece here and then you're going to flip it over. Then you're going to, just make sure you can see what I'm doing here. Now you're going to take these pieces and you're almost going to scrunkle it. Scrunkle, is that even a word? But you're just going to squash it like that. Now, how easy is that? So once you've it squashed, then you can go around and fix your edges and see what way you want them to sit. But you can see already how easy that is and how effective it is. So that's going to be one side of our bow. What you can do while this is drying, if you want this to hold its shape, you can put cling film up the inside, or you can put something like a cake decorating tool to support it. I don't normally do that, but so that's one side of our bow. So you're going to do the same here with the other side. Okay, so just move this over here. And we're going to do exactly the same thing. You're just going to take it and just going to squash it almost. You see a wee tear. So there's me saying about accidents. So what you can do with this one is, I'm just going to take a tiny wee bit of water. I don't know if you can even see that tear there. I'm just going to go over it. And then I'm going to use a little, if I can find it, or you can just use your fingers to smooth that out. So that was a wee tear that appeared. So now we're going to push your finger up the inside just to make sure that it's sitting properly. So this is the other side of your bow. So as you can see, this is going to be like this, okay? So now I'm going to take, you set those onto a sponge, and now I'm going to take a piece of our modelling paste again, and I'm just going to roll it into a ball. You don't need a big piece, just a small piece. And we're going to put this in the middle of these pieces, and it's just going to hold these two sides together. You need something. If you just go ahead and put your strip of fondant for the center, it's going to completely fall apart. But if you put something like a little ball here and to support it, it'll be, oh, thank you, Leila. So this is normally, we're going to add a little bit of water here. This is normally really, really quick, but because I'm chatting, it's taking longer. But this bow, you can have it done and dusted in 10 minutes. It's such a quick, easy way to make a bow. So we've got a little piece here of our modeling paste or fondant, and we're just going to set it, press it onto the center here. And then we're going to do the same. I'm going to just add this piece on. We're going to add a little bit of water. That's just going to act as a little glue to hold your bow together. And don't be afraid to, you know, mess about with it a little bit, because you want to make sure that it's going to stay in place. Okay, so you can see that now. Now, I don't like the way that's sitting, so I'm going to lift that and fold it over a little bit so you can see. So this is what it's looking like now. Oh, your son is fascinated. This is live. Do you know what? My kids were like, I said, I'm just going to go in. I'm just making a wee bow here, and I'm going to record it and make it live. So they're all in the other room. They're my biggest cheerleaders. And if you're watching, hi Brody, Holly, and Dylan. They, yeah, I think they're in the next room watching it because they wanted to watch it. How cute's that? So, what time is it there in Australia, guys? So now we're going to make the little piece that's going to tie it all together. So this is just another piece of remodeling paste, and you're just going to set it here and roll it out. So this is probably going to be about, it's not even going to be, oh, 9:30 at night. My goodness. Wow. So it's like midday here. It's 9:30 there. Yeah, because I find that with a lot of my Australian viewers, whenever I was doing the lives, so that would make sense, because when I was making the lives, I was doing them maybe at 8 or 9 at night. So that would be, you would all be in bed and your kids should be in bed. Yeah, it's very hard to get them off to bed. What do you do your children, Leila? So now I'm going to cut this little piece here. And as I say, it's not even an inch thick. And I'm going to use that little tool here again. And we're just going to create some little indentations along that wee strip. So I'll show you here. First day back from school holidays. I know, do you know, it takes so long to get them back into a routine again, doesn't it? I mean, we're only 2 weeks into our summer holidays, and our routine is already way out the window. And I find normally it takes a few weeks when they're back at school and they're shattered because they're just so used to being up so late. So you can see what I've done there. Okay, so now I'm going to I kind of hope you can see. If I could, yeah, I was trying to see if you could see that any better, but you can't really. So this is what it's looking like now. So I wonder if I set that on there. Yeah, would you be able to see? Okay, that might hold that like that so that you can see this next bit. So now we're going to take this little piece and we're going to place it on the center here, and we're going to fold it under. So this is a really weird angle for me to be doing this, so it might not, yeah, it's going to work okay. Okay, so you're going to just fold that under and then fold it over. I just don't want my hands to be blocking. Hope you can still see there. Okay. Now, so there you go. That is what it's looking like at the minute. Now, it's not symmetrical, so what we're going to do is just play about with it a little bit. And I actually like to make a little dent here. So I hope you can see. Move this up here a little bit. Let's see. So I like to make a dent kind of in the middle here. So that makes it look quite natural, and make a dent in the other side as well. So then pull the top forward. Oh yes, Simone, you're the UK. That's really weird because Northern Ireland is classed as the UK, but our holidays are completely different. So we get from the end of June right the whole way to the end of August for our holidays. But I think in the UK, your holidays, kids' holidays, school holidays are completely different. I can see we're a little bit of this at the back. So you're just going to tidy it up. And I'll just show you here because it's kind of hard to see. But I'm just going to show you. So that is the finished result. Now, because I've been chatting a little bit too much while making that, as I say, normally when I make this bow, I would have it done in 10 minutes. So because I've been chatting, you can see that some of it has broken a wee tiny bit, but it's because I've just been taking my time. Normally I would make this really quickly. But that's what you're left with. Then what I would normally do is put this onto a sponge. So I'm going to use a knife to lift it. Scotland's different as well. I'm so glad the holidays are the way they are here because, you spend your whole life. So there she is onto a sponge to dry. Yeah, you spend your whole life running around and doing so many things with the kids after schools and piano lessons, music lessons, gymnastics, ballet, swimming, whatever it is. And I really do cherish the summer because you just get that chance to not have to make lunches and not have to run about. So I love the fact that our holidays are so long here. I'm going to just pop on here. I need to move this just to say so I can be chatting with you again. Let's see. Goodness, this is really high tech, isn't it? Oh, let's see. Oh, okay. Just so I can say bye-bye. I just hope this isn't. I really should have thought this through a lot better. Okay, I think that's on. Okay, guys. So, my trusty tripod. So I hope that was helpful. It was really lovely to get chatting with you. And as I say, this might be the way I have to roll during the summer just to keep in touch. But this is the finished article. And I hope that wee tutorial was helpful. If there's any other live videos like cake decorating tutorials you'd like me to do, so you're getting a step-by-step version of it, let me know in the comments here below and I will add it to the to-do list. But for now, thank you so much for watching and I'll get chatting to you in the comments if you didn't catch this live. Thanks so much for watching. It was lovely to chat to you all. Bye.